Canon moments that feel like fanfiction. Tell me about moments from the canon of your fandom that genuinely feel like they came straight out of a fanfiction because of the character dynamics or tropes depicted. Either in a good, bad, or neutral way, I feel like it's always fun. Credit to Reddit user NaruQ for starting this thread on the fanfiction subreddit. And let's go read some answers. But first of all, potential spoiler warning for a variety of fandoms. Elle and Light literally chained together with handcuffs for like 2 months in Death Note. That was some crazy shit, and I'm not complaining, honestly. Not my fandom, but the final season of Riverdale just being a 1950s AU. I write for Avatar: The Last Airbender, and they literally had a reacting to the show episode in canon. I've yet to hear a single thing about Riverdale that doesn't sound like a total fever dream. Dean and Sam Winchester from Supernatural discovering incestuous fanfic about themselves on the internet. That was an unhinged choice of plot. Equestria Girls is just a canon My Little Pony high school AU. In Harry Potter, Voldemort and Bellatrix have a daughter with silver hair with blue tips. I really don't think I need to say more than this. Really, no one's said it yet? Okay. Good Omens, all of season 2, but especially The Kiss. Is there anything more fanficky than a surprise love confession kiss between the two aggressively fan-shipped male leads? They worked in a coffee shop AU too.
He could smite me. Smited? Smoked? Smitten, I believe.
I think it genuinely makes narrative sense, but it still surprises me sometimes that Louisa May Alcott chose to have Amy and Laurie end up together in Little Women. I adore them, but it feels weird that the author agreed with my vision. In Ruby, Blake and Yang's mutual pining becoming so strong that they're separated from the group by a magic storm that forces you to talk about their feelings. And it was great. In the She-Ra reboot, the final boss is defeated through Yuri kissing, and it's fantastic. And nearly every character is canonically LGBT by the finale. The Knock Knock Knockin' on Hootie's Door episode of the Owl House, with Hootie pushing Lumity together and helping King and Ida with their issues. Hootie's official fix-it fic. The author of the Green Sky trilogy approved the creation of the tie-in game on the condition that it overrode a major character death in the books she came to believe was the wrong call to make. So, canonical fix-it fic. Honestly, the whole premise of Detective Conan sounds like a fanfic. I mean, the whole plot is kicked off by canon de-aging. The most popular Blorbo's by Awakening in 911 Season 7. The words,
"You mean, sure, I'll check out a hot guy's ass, but that's normal,"
were said. In Fire Emblem Awakening, Chrom walks in on Robin in the shower. Then she walks in on him in the shower. Both completely on accident. That time in Free when Rin and Haru stayed at a hotel, and there was only one bed. Jack Krauser almost coming out of nowhere in the original Resident Evil 4. There's no reference to him in any of the other games at the time, and he just comes out of nowhere to fight Leon Kennedy, and when he's defeated, he just doesn't get referenced again. His presence is so out of nowhere that it makes someone feel like they missed a game or something. He's like an OC. The Destiel ship from Supernatural. A young man with daddy issues was saved from literal hell by an angel, whose existence he never believed because the last thing his mother told him before she was killed was angels are watching over you, that marked his body and then betrayed and went against heaven and God due to the love he developed, is a pretty fanficky plot. Before I watched Supernatural, I used to not understand how Destiel became #1 ship on AO3 and thought that people were exaggerating their relationship. But after watching the show, I finally get it! It's insane how the show writers did all that and then called fans delusional. The Reylo ship from Star Wars, the Force Dyad connection where they can see, hear, and touch each other across the galaxy, That seemed straight out of a fanfiction when I watched it. Han being a Force ghost, Hux being the spy, and Rey being a Palpatine were all so fanfiction coded, I was choking down my laughter in the theater. I've always said that if Marvel Comics were on AO3, they would be indistinguishable from fics that unmercifully wump Peter Parker or have the Odin's A+ parenting tag, especially when it comes to the older comics. They would also have tons of various AU tags too. Another Marvel trend that really feels like fanfiction is how the MCU and several newer comics pretty much make Loki a very misunderstood, goofy little cinnamon roll. As someone who got into Marvel through Norse mythology and heard some fanfic writers say that it's out of character to write him like that, it was a massive, wait, that's illegal moment for me when I finally took a deep dive into the canon material. It's really freeing, because if Marvel can make him sweet, so can I. In a bad way, everything about Alicent and Rhaenyra in House of the Dragon Season 2. In a good way, everything about Agatha and Rio and Agatha all along. I'm still reeling from the Agatha and Rio. I never expected to see this come out of the MCU so soon, but I'm so happy it has, and absolutely loved it. Adding on one that I thought of thanks to someone else. In the Five Nights at Freddy's novels, a character named Matt giving birth to a tiny Springtrap, to which MatPat said in a video, "Scott Cawthon made me a character and I gave birth to Springtrap," or something along those lines. Which is something that totally sounds like it came out of a fanfic. The X-Files episodes that were written and directed by David Duchovny, who plays Mulder. Mulder and Scully's dynamic is so much more overtly flirty in his episodes, certain scenes feel like they were lifted right out of fanfiction. So funny that David and Gillian were always the biggest MSR shippers out there. Ben 10 basically has a harem episode, written by Ben's voice actor. Serana, the vampire from Skyrim's Dawnguard expansion, waking up from a 1,000-year sleep, being a vampire who has no ill effects in sunlight, being a princess, being incredibly powerful, being immediately good friends with the main character, and being incredibly smoking hot. Everything about Kingdom Hearts feels like fanfic in the best way. Star Trek has pulled a few of these. A full-blown musical episode where everyone has to sing about their feelings? Check. 2 characters from the animated series, Lower Decks, are transported back in time and get to hang out with Spock, Pike, and Uhura? Check. And this goes back to the OG show. To quote Red from Overly Sarcastic Productions, "You fanfic writers think you came up with Omegaverse? I have 2 words for you. Ponfar." I have this debate with my husband all the time. When a property is expanded on later and not by its original authors, isn't it technically fanfiction? Canon-blessed fanfiction? Some of the shows I've watched have officially been said that the plot of those were taken from some fanfictions on couples. Like, what? Big thank you to my Patreon members, my little ruse. Kuski55, Fallen Vexen, Sam, Dunka42, I Am a Noodle, John Huang, Laser Scorpio, Night Avenger, Mintara, Somnophobic Danny, Savage Otters, Cosmos, and Falsey. Thank you so much for your extra support on Patreon. It means the world to me. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are enjoying the videos. And a quick special thanks to Anna Shainbach. Your monthly gift does not go unnoticed. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And the same goes to my YouTube channel members, my mini ruse, AD, Taylor Thompson, Fox Starkiller, and this person 10. Thank you so much for your extra support. I'm so glad to have you be a part of my YouTube channel. Hope you guys are doing well, enjoying the autumn weather. And again, thank you for the extra support. And thank you to everyone else who watched. I'm really glad that you're here and you made it all the way to the end of the video. Let me know in the comments if you have an example of something in a fandom that really feels like it came out of a fanfiction. Hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you in the next video. This is Joey, hopping on out.